Hello guys, it's Ken here from smartforexeducation.com. In the session today, I would like to start a trading case study. And a case study will be based on all the trades I enter. And this is going to occur over the next few weeks to months. And I'm going to show you the reason behind the entry. I'm going to show you the exit of the position. And I'm going to show you how I actually manage the trade. So what's going to happen, you're going to receive screenshots, you're going to see videos, you're going to see posts. I'm going to give you a breakdown of what it takes to trade on a professional basis. And I've been doing this since 2004. Earlier, I used to run a hedge fund. And then following that, I managed accounts for clients up to $1 million at the peak. So basically, the main aim of this is to be able to educate traders. So if you're out there and you have a broker, a trader account, but you don't actually understand about trading, you don't actually understand to see trading or to see trading as a business, because there's a big difference between having a trading system or strategy and a difference between really understanding what goes on in the financial markets. So the aim and the long-term objective of these case studies will be to go and reveal and uncover the information I've seen from my standpoint working for a hedge fund and being a partner there, and also from the standpoint of trading my own capital and also clients' capital. So basically what's going to happen, you're not going to receive analysis of trades that had already happened. I'm actually going to show you trades that I've just entered into the market. I'm going to take a screenshot on my MT4 platform, and I'm then going to actually post that on my site so you can clearly see and you can follow me through this path and this journey to success. Okay, and hopefully this is going to really have an impact and an effect on your trading as well. So first and foremost, part one of the case study, I'm just going to explain to you the reason behind why I took the trade, and we'll move forward. So first and foremost, what I normally do is, what you have to do is identify the direction of the trade. So in this scenario, I'm looking at trading in the direction of the overall trend. Now, it's not to say I'm not a counter trend trader, but I would like as much probability in my favor as possible. Okay, so you want to have as much odds in your favor as possible. So initially what I'll do is I'll pull up my Fibonacci. As you can see here, this is a platform, the Daily FX platform. Now I want to keep things as simple as possible. The reason why I don't use MT4 is just purely due to preference. MT4 is a phenomenal software and I use MT4 to execute trades, but I don't use MT4 to analyze and manage positions. I use the Daily FX platform, Power Charts, which is user friendly, and it's just something that I really enjoy using. But anyway, let's get to it. So first and foremost, what I want to do here, I want to pull up the add Fibonacci retracements levels. So the aim is I need to look at if my the overall direction, you can clearly see here on the euro dollar chart, it's the downside 1 hour. I'm looking at entering trades to the downside, so I'm going in the direction of the overall flow. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to just take a level from the high of the significant high, which is the high of the 29th, and I'm going to take it down to the most recent low. So I have 25, 40, 50, 61.8% levels. Now you may have 23, 38 on your Fib retracement, but I found after testing that this works very, very well for myself. Okay, and it aids towards strong support and resistance levels. So what I've done is I've taken levels from a significant high to a significant low based on the timing of the entry. Okay, so we can clearly see that there was a new low, but the opportunity, the trade occurred this morning, which is around 8 a.m. CET time. So what I'm doing here, I'm taking a significant high to low, then I'm going to take another significant high to low. So I'm going to take it from this level, from this high to a low. So what I mean by significant high is where there's been some form of a pullback, a retracement, and then a continued sell-off. Then I'm going to also take another level here to this high. Click, and then I'm going to take a level to this high. Okay, so you probably can clearly see what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to identify certain clusters. So one thing that was really apparent early this morning, I was aware, number one, that the direction was weak. You know, we've seen some more news that's come out over the last few days, so there's more fear in the markets presently regarding emotions. So what's happening here is I identified this and I said, okay, great. It was around 8 a.m. this morning. We saw that the price, so this was at 3 a.m. We saw the price at 7 a.m. on the 1 hour chart had broke above the previous high for the day. And this was very important. Why? Because if you've watched one of my previous tutorials, I discussed the important concept of the flush trade setup. Now, it's a unique setup I've put together. And based on a flush trade setup, we can identify that buyers were looking to buy on a breakout above for a new high, but they were entering trades on a poor trade location. So what's happening here is they're trying to enter trades on a poor trade location and they're getting caught out. And then we're seeing a reversal and a momentum shift, which presents an opportunity for a short. So I waited for this 1 hour bar as a confirmation to form, and I entered on a trade short for a continuation play. So my trade short, I can just show you here, entered trade short at 13133. And just to show you, just to be as transparent as possible, there's a screenshot that I took earlier in the day, just after I entered the trade. Okay, and if you want, I can send you the details, but you'll see it on my site. So then what happened is then you're in a trade. Okay, great, well done. You need to have a stop. So my stop level was just based on the next recent significant high point, which was from the March the 6th, so yesterday. So today's the 7th, so from yesterday. So I pull it from at 13212 as a significant buy stop level. And then what you need to have targets, right? So normally I would have 3 or 4 set targets, which basically what basically happens here is that if the price hits my first target, my stop will move to break even. And if it hits my second target, I'll then continue to move my stop and scale out. So I'll sell out 25% of my overall position. So what then happens was, in this scenario, I was uncomfortable with having a long-term targets. So I just wanted to have one target because I felt that at the lows, you're going to find some smart money, okay? Smart money buyers looking to go long. So what I did here as a target, if I can just delete some of these levels, guys. As a target, I literally went again to lines, extensions. Now I'm using extension or Fibonacci in this specific scenario setup. You know, I don't use it in every single trade, but it is a pretty phenomenal software. So what I'm doing, I'm taking it from the high point to a recent low, okay, and then I'm releasing. And then you can clearly see I have some levels in place. So I have the 61.8, 100%, 127, 1.61. 1.27 is a profound area where you're going to find some form of a pullback. So I knew, potentially being in this trade already at this level, that we would see some form, if the price can get there, of price holding. But I wanted to have my target just above the highs. So I had a target at 13105, just above the lows of yesterday. Okay, 2 or 3 pips above the lows of yesterday on the 6th. So you can clearly see that there's a nice move to the downside, but then price retraced slightly higher, which was fine because I knew that still this is an area of good value for sellers to enter the trade short. So I was confident and I had a nice area of my stop based on my strict risk management. Okay, and this is crucial, and we'll cover on the next couple of parts of the case study. And then the price continued to move to the downside. So after the push up, and then it hit my target and I was out the trade. So I banked on this trade a profit of 28 pips, okay? So I banked a profit of 28 pips on this trade. So it was a nice move, nice setup. And then we move on for the next trade. So guys, keep a lookout for the next part to the case study. If you have any questions, comments, please let me know regarding this setup and how I use and manage my trades. And keep a lookout for the next part 2. And I'll speak to you soon. Take care.